Once considered the greatest man in the world, Marcus Aurelius tried to live a virtuous life following historical principles. Unlike many Roman emperors, he did not indulge in many of the pleasures available to him, such as getting drunk on wine and watching the brutal games at the Colosseum. Marcus Aurelius was born in 121 AD, during a time of great instability, and ascended the throne in 161 AD. At a crucial moment in Roman history, his reign was limited by both external challenges, such as wars on the empire's borders, and internal challenges, including political intrigue and economic pressures. Despite the temptations and pressures of absolute power, Marcus Aurelius chose a path guided by Stoic philosophy that emphasized reason, virtue, and determination in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius tried to fulfill the mission given to him by fate, which was to serve humanity. Therefore, he was very concerned about fulfilling his goals as a leader who not only exercised authority, but also tried to embody the principles of justice and wisdom. His devotion to duty extended beyond mere administration. It involved a deep responsibility for the well-being and maintenance of the moral fabric of Roman society. This philosophical approach distinguished him from his predecessors and contemporaries, and shaped his decisions and actions during his reign. The reign of Marcus Aurelius was marked by a series of military campaigns and administrative reforms designed to stabilize and secure the vast Roman Empire. But amid the demands of ruling an empire, he found solace and guidance in the teachings of Stoicism. This ancient Greek philosophy, studied extensively by Marcus Aurelius, provided him with a framework for navigating the complexities of leadership while maintaining personal integrity and ethical clarity. Following his virtuous life, Marcus Aurelius wrote a lot, leaving behind wisdom and introspection in his famous work, Meditations. In these personal reflections, he wrestled with deep philosophical questions and practical challenges, offering timeless insights into human nature, resilience, and the pursuit of inner peace. His writings continue to resonate today, inspiring people to develop inner strength, endure hardship with dignity, and strive for purposeful and moral excellence. Throughout his life, Marcus Aurelius demonstrated an unwavering commitment to duty, reason, and ethical behavior. His philosophical perspective not only shaped his character, but also influenced the course of Western thought and ethical philosophy. Embracing Stoic principles, Marcus Aurelius sought not only to rule an empire, but also to develop a deeper understanding of the human condition and our place in the cosmos. Exploring Marcus Aurelius' philosophy of worrying less about things not worth valuing, we delve into his deep insights into the nature of control, sustainability, and the art of living a meaningful life. Her teachings offer a timeless reminder to focus on what really matters, develop inner calm in the midst of outer challenges, and approach life's uncertainties with courage and wisdom. Join us as we explore the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and discover how his timeless principles can guide us in the complexities of our modern lives. To achieve this, he had to worry less about things that do not deserve value or attention. And we can say that there are many such things. One of the key concepts of Stoicism is the distinction between things within our control and things beyond our control, as the Epictetus Handbook explains. Most, if not all, but our own actions are within our control. That is, we absolutely must withdraw from the world. The Stoics believe that we should be realistic about the limited influence we have over these things. They thought that if we didn't, we would put ourselves under an unnecessary burden. When life becomes painful, it often means we worry about things that are out of our control. By doing this, we allow these things to control and manipulate us like puppets. That's why we accuse the puppeteers of manipulating our boss, when in fact we allow them to do so. But when we stop worrying about these external factors, they lose their power over us, and we find peace. Marcus Aurelius' ability to remain unfazed by matters beyond his control enabled him to face the many responsibilities and challenges he faced as emperor. He was able to focus on the mission he believed God had given him. For Epictetus, this freedom can be a way to focus on meaningful goals, unaffected by external forces. For others, it can be a path to a contented and carefree life. When life becomes difficult, what things should we give up and how should we behave? This video is a free study and interpretation of Marcus Aurelius' philosophy of worrying less about things that aren't worth valuing. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius repeatedly distinguishes between the present, the past, and the future. In each category, the ancient Roman emperor offers valuable insights into how we care too much about them, in the wrong way or about the wrong things. For clarity and structure, let's start with the future. As Seneca once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This means that our thoughts about the future are the source of our suffering. When it comes to the future, our imaginations tend to run wild and come up with many scenarios of what could happen, most of which will probably never happen. We think ahead about how to deal with possible outcomes, shuddering at the thought that we don't know what the future will be like or how things will turn out in our lives. In some cases, what we expected happens, but in many other cases, fate surprises us and overwhelms us with events that we could not have predicted, for better or for worse. For example, we may have spent years preparing for a well-deserved retirement that didn't arrive until the first day of our golden years, a terminal cancer diagnosis that gives us only a few months to live. The possibility of such events causes a lot of anxiety. We constantly think about the best that can happen, but also the worst. What if World War II breaks out? What if I lose all my money? Such negative consequences are possible, but should we take care of them in advance? As Seneca suggested, the future bothers us because we think about it. It does not exist outside of our minds. If you are facing this deadly cancer, what is stopping you from living today and enjoying every second of your precious life? Stand up, keep your head up, no matter what you're going through, whether it's something minor or extremely important. Put on your best outfit, your best shoes, and create moments that will be remembered even when you are not there. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we are not weighed down by the weight of the future, but only by the weight of the present. It is not the future that hurts us, but how we deal with it in the present. The tribulation of the future takes place in the present. Interestingly, the future does not unfold in the present. When we face it, it is already there. When we worry too much about future events, life eventually starts to hurt because we suffer in our imaginations, allowing those future events to dictate our present. What did Marcus Aurelius say about worrying too much about the future? First, consider the following quote: "Don't let the future bother you. If necessary, you will meet it with the same weapons of the mind that you are armed with today against the present." He pointed out that if he can handle the now, he can handle the future. He advised himself not to imagine all the terrible things that could happen, but to deal with the situation in which he lives, the present moment. Focusing on the present, he realized he could do it. So if that's the case, why couldn't he handle what's ahead? This attitude is reminiscent of the concept of amor fati, the love of fate, and is reinforced by the belief that if you stick with it, you will overcome it. Regarding the past, Marcus Aurelius understood how quickly existence passes away and fades away. The past, like the future, is an area beyond our control. What's gone is gone, and unless we invent a time machine, we can't change it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Remember that a man lives only in this moment. The rest of his life is either past and gone or yet to be revealed." Therefore, he encouraged us to regard the past as indifferent and unimportant in the present. It is not that the events of the past do not affect the present, or that we cannot learn from the past. Often our memories of the past are hazy, and it is difficult to determine exactly what happened. We rely on memoirs of personal perspectives and different perspectives, so not only is the past beyond our grasp, but our memory of it is likely to be inaccurate. Yet we worry about past events, often replaying them in our minds and reliving the pain they caused. Some may believe that by thinking about the past we can control it, but this is an illusion. The past is gone, and we only deal with the thoughts of something that is gone and will not return. I wish I had done it differently. many say, but they wish for the impossible. Nothing comes of these thoughts because they create desires that will never come true. Instead of focusing on past events, Marcus Aurelius focused on his reaction to them. We can't control past events, and we probably couldn't control them if they happened in the present. But we can control how we react to these events. At first, we may think of the past as an unfortunate circumstance. We may have had a difficult childhood, or the end of friendships, or failed business ventures. But for Marcus Aurelius, the nature of these events was not so important. The deciding factor was how he treated them. He said, if you don't think of them as accidents, they can't hurt you unless you think of them as real events. If you think of them as misfortunes, they can. He questioned whether we can really call anything an accident if it does not violate human nature. Can something be called an accident if it does not violate human nature? Or do you think that anything that is not contrary to the will of nature can corrupt it? Do you know what its will is? Does what happened prevent you from acting justly, generously, self-controlled, reasonably, honestly, humbly, and truthfully, characteristics that allow your true self to flourish? Interestingly, Marcus Aurelius did not completely ignore the value of the past. He used the past as a guide and observed how things come and go in cycles. By iterating ourselves through the past, we can extrapolate into the future. This brings us to the present. The present, recognized by Marcus Aurelius, is all we have. It is a narrow domain in our hands, while the past and future are vast dimensions beyond our control. The present is fleeting, and the rest of our existence is either finished or yet to be revealed. However, we often focus on areas beyond the present moment. We are not happy with the way life is going at the moment, either because things are not going according to plan or because our desires are not being fulfilled. Then the present becomes a torture chamber where we suffer at the mercy of the future or are bound to the fleeting present. Marcus Aurelius' advice is to fully commit to the present and accept it as it is. He advises not to let emotions dictate our current circumstances, not to like what is happening, and not to cling to what we have. He suggests that how the world evolves is not under our control, but our reactions. Although we cannot control external events, we can control how we react to them. Marcus Aurelius was taught by the laws of nature. If he were against nature, or if he felt hatred or sorrow because of it, he would be a fugitive, fleeing from things with which he should be in the same situation. This is the art of living, not about how wonderful and happy our external circumstances are, because they are changeable, fragile, and unstable. It's about how we approach the events we face. This is what we should worry about, hold on to, and do our best to live in the present, no matter the circumstances. Start the change with something within your reach. Just start. Don't look at others. Don't look at the future. Don't look at the past. Look at what's in front of you and start. I hope you achieve the positive results you desire in life. Remember that your motivation may drop from time to time, but persevere and remain consistent in everything you do. As Marcus Aurelius believed, the key to resisting challenges is to maintain resilience in our principles and actions. By focusing on what is within our control and letting go of unnecessary worries about the future and regrets about the past, we can develop a more sustainable and fulfilling existence. Thank you for watching this video and exploring the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius with us. If you found value in our discussion about worrying less about things that don't deserve appreciation, I encourage you to think about how this knowledge will enrich your journey. Stoicism offers profound lessons about embracing adversity, cultivating inner peace, and striving for moral clarity, lessons that remain relevant across cultures and centuries. If you enjoy this content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more philosophy, personal development, and historical insights. Your support allows us to continue sharing information and fostering meaningful conversations. For further clarification, I have included links to 2 videos that cover more closely related topics. Please click on them to continue learning and introspection. Until next time, remember to live each moment with purpose, find strength in adversity, and cherish the virtues that define your character. Let's try together to embody the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and build a path of flexibility and inner peace in our lives. Thank you again, and may your search for wisdom and self-realization always be fruitful.